name is Gretta and I'm a trainee tax consultant. To register for tax, get your PPS number, go on to a revenue website, download a form called a TR1, that's where individuals want to set up a business, and fill it out. It's general information like your date of birth, male or female, if you're married, what their business address is going to be, what the nature of your business is. You don't necessarily need an accountant. If you have a good Excel or a good software, you should really be able to manage your own books. But I would, for the first year, maybe get someone to look over them, go through it step by step with you, maybe point out any mistake you've made during the year, and just throw their eye over your income tax return. Income tax is meant to be simple. You're meant to be able to do it yourself, and you're not meant to need an accountant. But maybe just for the first year or two, get someone to have a look, and they'll just point out mistakes, like I said. Very important. When you're going to do your income tax return, you're going to send it off to revenue, but they might query it and have problems with it. So you have to have the evidence there to prove that you made a certain amount of sales and your expense for a certain amount. In that regard, you have to keep all your receipts, all your invoices, any sales you make, all your bank statements. They'll look at actually everything. If you're travelling to or from work, you can have travel expenses. Now, your place of business will be at home. Let's say if you're a freelance and you're working from home, you can claim certain travel expenses. So there is actual standard for civil servants. They can download off the revenue website. It's like 20 pence per mile, let's say. They can download the information off the revenue website. And if you're keeping a record of how many miles you do, you get a logbook. You have an Excel sheet, let's say, and keep a record of your private miles as opposed to your business miles. Break them down day by day or week by week as long as you can. VAT is the main income for revenue themselves, and the rules are extremely strict and the penalties are quite big if you get it wrong, basically. When you make something like a t-shirt, you have all your different inputs that you have in for a t-shirt. You have your cotton, you have your printing material, you might have a special machine that you use to print the stuff on. All that is adding value to the t-shirt itself. So then you want to sell a t-shirt for €100, you have to add on VAT onto that at, let's say, 21%. So that 21%, you don't get that money, the government gets that money. They see it as their right to take that money, so that's yours. But when you're also buying the stuff in from your suppliers, they're charging you VAT as well. So what you have to do as a business person, you have to offset your VAT that you are taking in to the VAT that's going out on your goods. Sound advice, just keep everything you need. Every receipt you have, keep it. There's not one piece of paper that revenue won't want to look at if they're going to audit you, which is the main worry. If you're self-employed, they will tend to look at you. Travel expenses is a big thing. Don't try to claim taxi expenses. If you're going from here to the shops and you say, oh, I'll just put it into my receipts, they're going to look at that. They're going to know what your industry, they have like a record of statistics for your industry. So if you're a filmmaker and you're going from your place of work into town, they're going to know how much you should spend roughly on expenses. Stick to what's in the revenue website. It's brilliant. They have literally loads of information on everything you could ever want, telling you what expenses you can claim against. For VAT, let's say, you can't claim VAT back on hotel expenses or petrol expenses. They give you rates for travel expenses if you're going down the country for a couple of days. If you're in the civil service, you're allowed a certain amount per day, per week, so that you have to correspond what you spend to what they would recommend you spend.